crazy things.
Hello, my name is Emma Renee and today I'm here to talk to you about modern photography. Years ago we used to just put our photographs into albums and feel the paper and look at our memories through these albums, but we don't really need to do that anymore when we have innovations like social media. We have apps like Facebook and Instagram where we can take our photos and upload them instantly for the world to see. This is in some sense a very good thing.
But is social media really a bad thing? I'm saying this because it does really fall under the category of modern photography, as we're constantly taking photos of ourselves. For the likes of Snapchat, it's fun. We can keep in contact with our friends and our family and use the filters and stuff for fun, and it's a great way of kind of photo editing as a starter for some people. But what are people really filtering? Are they creating like a fake persona for themselves and living through something that isn't true? I spoke to some of my peers and asked them for their opinions on the likes of Snapchat and other social media aspects. This is what they had to say.
I don't use Snapchat that often, but personally I don't really like it myself. I only use it for sending like a few images or like chatting through people. It's free, so it's handy to talk to people, but I very rarely use it. And I don't agree with people using the filters too much as well, because I feel like it really does filter out your skin. I even noticed it myself because I've got acne, and see when I put on like a dog filter or something, it just removes everything. Like,
I use Snapchat every day. My opinion is it's a very good app to use. Good thing about it is messages do not save. Or snaps even don't. It can only be played once. It can't be saved unless it's screenshotted. So it's kind of like a good privacy. So like stuff like Facebook, it will stay on there. You can't get rid of it. You can delete it for yourself, but people can see it. With Snapchat, it's more private.
Social media. As far as social media, I always love to upload pictures onto Facebook where people can enjoy them and see them, and they can share them with their friends and family. And I enjoy creating my profile on Facebook and upload more photographs as I can, and people can enjoy it.
Snapchat's a stupid app in itself, in all fairness, because it has very much addictive qualities to it, where it's, if you're messaging someone, it's that fire emoji, like there's different emojis, and then you could be just texting somebody complete nonsense, just trying to keep that going, and it just doesn't make any sense. I don't really like the filters either, because I just see them as pointless and very vague things to use for yourself. Like,
Snapchat is quite useful to actually contact your friends. It is useful to have a bit of crack when you're not around them. It's quite easy, especially when you're living so far apart. I definitely don't use it as much as some people do, probably. I can't say for sure though. I probably would use it every day, but only as a keep in touch technique, I guess, which is handy for streaks and stuff like that, is to kind of encourage you to keep coming back and stuff like that. That's mainly positives in my eyes, mainly because I don't overuse it, and I don't use filters too much either, so I'm not on it a lot.
Snapchat is, I use it just to contact my friends. I don't really use the filters. I guess I essentially can't say it filters people's personalities, because, like, you know, it used to be that now it's they put filters over their faces. I think it's more just, it's a way for people to hide their insecurities instead of sort of facing them and actually being upfront with their insecurities.
In the 21st century, we now have access to all these applications that allow us to share everything online. Apps like Facebook and Instagram allow us to do this instantly. I spoke to some photographers from these sites and asked them to send me their best photographs and what it really meant to them. This is what they sent me.
La mer qu'on voit danser le long des golfes clairs a des reflets d'argent, la mer, des reflets changeants sous la pluie. La mer, au ciel d'été, confond ses blancs moutons avec les anges si purs. La mer, bergère d'azur infinie.
For this piece, I also spoke to local photographer Mickey Rooney and asked him his opinion on photography and what it meant for him to be a photographer. This is what he had to say.
Well, I always took photographs, but I never really took it that serious. And a few people would keep saying, "You've got a good eye for photographs and stuff." It's about 6 or 7 years ago now. I began to take it a bit more serious, and I went to a course here in the Tech with Denzel Brown on the evening courses, just to learn more about the camera and stop taking stuff on automatic. So for the past probably 7 years, I've been taking it a bit more serious, putting stuff on the exhibitions, putting stuff online, and getting a bit of success with it as well. Not professionally, it's just mostly a hobby, but I put stuff up on Alamy and some stuff's been printed in newspapers, etc. My favourite is street photography. I like going on the street and finding things that are different or people that are different, but doing it in a candid way, not doing it where it's posed and they're looking at you and you're talking to them. You have to try and find, I find nowadays with cameras and mobiles everyone can take a photograph, and you have to really find something that's out of the ordinary or different to make it stand out. So I like doing the events in Derry. I've done Gay Pride for the past 4 or 5 years. I did the bikers ride out for Lyra at the weekend there. And mostly I do that on a sort of voluntary basis, just to get photographs and images out for people.
So, when you take a photograph, how does it make you feel?
If it's good, I feel really good. If I get home and it's bad and that setting has just been a little touch out, it's quite frustrating. I think with digital nowadays it's a lot easier than maybe it would have been with film, where there's no recovery. On digital you can recover certain things and change from colour to black and white, and it makes it look a little bit less. But some of the ones you take are hard to take. Some of the ones I've taken on street photography, which I think I've shown you, about people sitting outside banks and not in a very good place.
Yeah.
You sort of have to take your emotion away from it and just go, look, this is an image just telling a story, and if it tells a story successfully, then you've taken a good image. It is hard sometimes to forget that the person you're taking is not maybe in a very good situation, and I don't know if by sharing that image is making people more aware of a problem, or it doesn't go anywhere, but that's quite difficult. So.
To sum up what I've really presented in this documentary, I would just like to say that photography is something that's really important to me, and it's something that I would hope to pursue in the future. It's important to us all, really, because photographs hold the memories of times that have gone by. It's especially important to our older generation, one prime example being my grandmother, who has a massive box in her home full of photos of times gone by that she still enjoys looking back on. Thank you for watching this documentary. I've been Emer, and this has been Modern Photography. I leave you with the best photographs, in my opinion, that I've ever taken. Have a lovely day. Thanks.